DMK's General Council meets for the first time since poll carnage. Tensions within the family simmer. Congress party restructuring succession on the agenda. Questioning of the final 4 accused in the Sankara Raman murder case is completed today. Date for hearing of arguments will be decided on July 25th. DMK seeks Tamil Nadu governor's support to stop arrests of party members over land-grabbing charges, warned on indefinite protests. Malayalam movie stars are on the income tax radar. Officers and residences of Mohanlal Mammootty raided by IT officials. Snap all economic ties with Lanka and press for a probe demands MDMK to hold demonstrations in Delhi on August 12th. What SOPs were offered to investors in the state under the DMK rule? CPIM demands answers. Local parks grabbed, misused and then sold. Alleged residents of Sundaram Nagar filed writ petition to the High Court.
Unfortunately, in our case, there was no hearing. Just in one-line judgment, we have been denied the justice.
And national honour for the tennis ace from Chennai's Somdev Dev Varman to get the prestigious Arjuna Award. Well, a very good evening. You're watching Late Night News with me, Ashmit. Time now to take a look at stories creating a buzz across the nation. An NDTV exclusive on the controversy over the Army Chief's date of birth. The Defence Ministry's order could run into legal complications. Karnataka Governor H.R. Bhardwaj says he will take action on the Lokayukta's report on the mining scam, which names the Chief Minister. After 3 hours of questioning by the Delhi police in the cash for vote scam, Amar Singh may be calling for a second round of questioning. At Lords, it's not India's win, but Sachin's 100th 100 that's got the punters excited. 200 crores on Sachin's stunt. And Ajay Devgan's Singham brings back the angry young man to the theatres today. Well, first up, it's time now for introspection by the party cadres of the Dravidian heavyweight, the DMK. Now, the General Council of the party meets for the first time in Coimbatore since the humiliating defeat in the recent elections. Now, the party meets at a time when there is growing consensus within the party that politics within the first family of the party was a factor behind the poll defeat. Now, meanwhile, issues such as Kanimuri's role and the organizational restructuring has seen sparks fly in between the DMK patriarch, its heir apparent Stalin, and strongman Alagiri. Meanwhile, succession woes continue to haunt the party as Stalin eyes a stronger footing by changing the district secretaries, while Alagiri expressed faith in Karunanidhi. Now, another issue expected to feature in the talks would be ties with the Congress post Kanimuri's arrest. Meanwhile, the arrests of party workers on land-grabbing charges within Tamil Nadu will also be looked upon. In other developments, the latest developments coming in from the Kanchipuram Seer case, questioning of all the accused in the Sankara Raman murder case has been completed. Now, the questioning of the final 4 of the 24 accused was conducted today. Principal District and Session Judge T. Rama oversaw the questioning. The final 4 accused claimed that false charges were being slapped on them. Now, the date for hearing of arguments will be decided on July 25th. Just to remind our viewers, Sankara Raman, manager of Vardaraja Perumal Temple in Kanchipuram, was allegedly murdered in the premises of the temple on September 3rd of 2004. The 2 seers were charged under Indian Penal Code for criminal conspiracy and murder. In the course of the trial, 189 witnesses were examined, 81 turned hostile. Snap ties with Sri Lanka. That was the message that rung out loud as the MDMK chief Vaiko announced a demonstration outside the parliament in the capital on August 12th. Now, stressing on the Lankan Tamil issue, Vaiko demanded snapping of all trade and economic ties with the island nation. He also advocated for increased support by the Indian government for an international probe to investigate the killing of Tamils. Now, the MDMK chief also sought to build more pressure on Colombo by demanding limited support in multilateral forums. Vaiko will also be conducting a hunger fast on August 17th to urge the state government to uphold its rights in the Mullai Periyar Dam issue. Now, Vaiko took the opportunity to slam the Kerala government for proposing to build a new structure. Well, DMK today came out blazing, slamming the arrests of various party workers in land-grabbing cases. The DMK termed the arrests as totally unwarranted and uncalled for. The DMK raised its pitch and sought the intervention of Tamil Nadu Governor S.S. Barnala to stop the police action. The party's advocate wing handed over a memorandum to the Tamil Nadu Governor seeking his support. Now, the DMK-backed advocates claimed that Agri Krishnamurthy, a minister in Jaya's cabinet, is also accused of land grabbing. They alleged that he has been allowed a free hand despite what they claimed was documentary evidence. Now, the DMK memorandum also warned of indefinite protests if the arrests continued. Well, the CPIM today demanded that the Tamil Nadu government present a white paper giving details of the SOPs given to the investors by the previous DMK government. Now, the party also demanded answers on the losses incurred and the employment generated through these investments in the past 5 years. Now, the CPIM argued that the government should present a white paper on the various MOUs that were signed with various corporates. They demanded presentation of facts and debate in the assembly. Now, wide open spaces, everyone wants them, a place where people can walk and children can play. Now, the old-time residents of Sundaram Nagar near Tambaram are no different, but now they are crying out that the area's allocated open space has been grabbed. Pratiksha Ramkumar brings to us this report. Sundaram Nagar is far from the rush of the city, but even here, these children have no place to play, even though 50 years ago, a whopping 36 grounds were earmarked as open spaces exclusively for colonies' use.
Naturally, land grabbers took one after another. We could not have any effective control of that. And then one chowdhury came and another came. Today, the position is our children, grandchildren are playing in the streets, risking their lives.
Residents say they moved in here after proper approval in 1961, but today, public spaces including children's playgrounds has transformed into a private marriage mall. What's more, portions of the space has been sold off as residential plots as well.
In that approval, they have given 36 grounds of open space for the entire area of 69.61 acres. Now we find only 6 grounds is available. That too is not in public utility. It is just lying as a barren ground without any use. Our association members feel that we should have some open space. It is not necessary we want only that area. The government is able to get back whatever is available for public utility, we are happy.
The Residents Welfare Association alleges that the Tambaram municipality had de-recognized 30 grounds of open space and sold it to one resident. The association has approached the High Court and the Supreme Court to reinstate the open space, but to no avail.
So based on that, it was clearly marked 1, 2, 3 places as open place for public utility. Then only they approved this layout. So under no circumstances, according to the law, that can be changed. That exists even now. Unfortunately, in our case, there was no hearing. Just in one-line judgment, we have been denied the justice.
Tambaram municipality officials say that they follow only the DTP approvals made after the passing of the Town and Country Planning Act in 1971. But the older Sundaram Nagar DTP plan layout was made in 1961, and by 1969, 30 grounds of proposed open public space was already converted to residential areas.
The association has now filed another writ petition in the High Court and an RTI as well on what grounds the de-recognition of the open space took place. DTCP and municipality officials refused to comment on the issue, saying that the matter is now sub judice.
The residents' last hope is now the Chief Minister's special cell to redress land grabbing cases. They have now requested a special appointment with Ms. Jayalalitha, hoping that her new initiative will return the lungs of their colony. In Chennai, Pratiksha Ramkumar for NDTV Hindu.
Well, now Don Bosco Matriculation High Secondary School held its Parents' Day today. Now, apart from regular cultural activities, which is usually the norm during such events, the school decided to go a step ahead and drive home a point that its students and its parents are a gift of God's. Now, they advise that students must respect their parents all through their lives and take care of them even during their old age. Now, students enacted a play which talked about the legacy of Don Bosco. The school's veteran principal, Father Rosario, also met the alumni of the school over high tea, and it turned out to be truly nostalgic.
Pongal and distributed as clothes and eatables to the poor school children.
Mohammed Akil for moral ceremonies, cash award for best orator.
And still ahead on the bulletin, former Samajwadi Party leader Amar Singh is caught in the cash for votes stranglehold. We'll get you more details on the other side.